from Guadalajara, Mexico. This is an interesting fight, Emmanuel, because like Larios, Linares is a long-armed fight for Pacquiao. How good is Pacquiao? He fights Marco Antonio.
23 victories, including 14 across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, white, and green, official weight 126 pounds. His professional record 50. Super.
Both fight are east threats. Looping punches. His mark.
Not too impressive to you, Emmanuel.
Way to put me in my place there.
Yeah. Has to do with modern advances in
really skying towards 6 feet. But they're definitely tall. Who is loop and has connected a couple of times. The shorter, straighter punches.
3 or 4 rounds, but that by the competitive. He knows that Linares' speed and boxing ability.
He moves to his left and keeps bumping.
Pressure on him, even though he's winning. A little faster than he probably would like.
Oh, and Larios momentarily stopped bouncing. Linares took perfect advantage. Knew well what was going on in the corner. Linares, and as you said, Emmanuel Stewart, would seem to me might be the jab. Larios lets his left hand wander as he tries to set up to throw those looping right-hand shots. Good series of punches by Linares here.
Special kind of action fighter.
Sticks to his plan and boxes. Good shot to the steps away to his right. Momentarily back Larios off. A 4-punch combination that began.
Yeah, big mistake.
That great team in Seoul, Korea that included Roy Jones. Well, Riddick Bowe was the super heavyweight for the USA.
Yes.
A few years to develop a pattern. Therefore, referees like Bird. Linares with a 26-12 connect advantage in the second round, and he's been accurate both upstairs and downstairs.
He has to do Larios, meaning he knows that he can't compete with Linares in the last half of the fight if it goes that way as it goes on. It seemed like he's starting on wearing out Linares at this stage.
Linares he's putting the punches together beautifully, becoming an accurately hard and fast.
But Larios is making it more of a brawl. He's getting closer and closer and closing the gap right now.
As he said,
Linares to a certain degree is out to the side to try to land to Larios' body.
And Larios 2 rounds.
Hey, listen, he went the distance against Manny Pacquiao, coming up in weight. Linares increasing.
And avoiding a lot of punches that he was getting hit with. That's another. His defense has improved a lot.
Larios digging too hard left. Yesterday that he might also thrown 141, landing up
29-28. Jorge Larios. Jim, I got to tell you something. Jorge, it's a very subtle move when you really got to look for it. What he does is and pushes Larios off.
Larios is non-stop
momentum
forcing Linares to continually move.
He's still impressed with the composure of Linares, though. Everything Larios throws at him. What an undercut. Amazing all. Perfectly thrown body shots by Linares. And now a 3-punch combination upstairs. Great uppercut. And Larios is a pleasure to watch fight. Those long punches. The 5th round. Jorge Linares in the black trunks with gold. Look at the hand speed of Jorge Linares. With gold trim on your trunks. Latino boxing fans who have so sturdily supported the sport for the last 15, 20 years.
But at this stage of Oscar,
one dominant weapon from Linares to
points away.
I'll tell you what, he looks like he hits hard enough that I'd like to know the 9 guys who've gone the distance with.
Just because you're not setting your feet.
Yeah, and right there you saw right
great
hand.
Body. And immediately with his hand speed, accuracy, and boxing.
Larios wings him, and most of the punches.
Linares, a lot of hands and not holding on.
Yeah, and he's a Japanese trainer. He also gets it. He has a signer, even though we don't know anything. Combi box numbers in round 5. Larios was 19 out of 62, and Linares was 28 out of 98 punches. The 19 connect, a high water number in the fight for Larios. When you're able to throw 98 punches in the face of what Larios is doing, capable of letting your hands around to try to take a little.
Larios is putting on. Do you see a boxer?
A lot of punches on Linares, but he's not getting hit with the punches. That it looks like he's getting hit, but he's slipping and picking a lot of those punches off.
Pretty good little left hook by Linares. He shots, as if to say, okay.
Body punches seem to be, in fact, Jim, in response.
The argument.
It's just beginning this round. But
Linares even glanced up at the
great
clock
left
at one
uppercut.
point.
Great left uppercut.
Great uppercut.
That staggered
Good left
Larios.
hook. And now Larios momentarily in trouble, and Linares trying to compound the damage.
And the same punch will work again if he shoots it underneath.
He threw that left uppercut. Larios' legs turned to jelly.
Two great body shots from Linares. Straight right hands. Another straight right hand. And
I mentioned earlier that Linares is landing, even though we're looking at the head punches, he's landing a lot of well-placed body shots also in between.
36 out of 85. Jorge Linares threw 113 punches. Them go like that, you can do some damage, and he did. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
I'll get you 5 rounds to 1.
Oh, big right hand by Linares. Keep going.
5 rounds to 1. 50.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah, and suddenly Larios is reluctant to throw. Side shots go from both sides. Now Oscar wants time. That's not going to.
Those left uppercuts, but there you go, David. That's the straight punches. For whatever reason, Larios is coming in to land clean blows.
You know, I would amend that just slightly. I think it is effective aggression, but it's in the face of such outstanding.
I don't know if that's going to make much difference.
That kind of dividend pressure, as you say, was not enough. It started to change the momentum a bit, and yet and cooling what he does.
Well, I think the 21-year-old has made an impression with his body punching. Larios' punches.
He's fighting a very good control fight.
He's the kind of fight, when I watch him work, most of them landing 6 and 8 punches at a time.
And Oscar Larios' face, most particularly his left eye, beginning to show the results of Jorge Linares' consistent accuracy and sharp. 11 out of 48, his low of 100. The 8th. Another fast combination.
And because that's the time they want to take that. The dividends he was expecting later on is beginning to pay off now. He's getting tired now, so he's misjudging his distance. He's thinking he's further away than he is. He's still too close.
Walking through some hard shots to do it.
The better balance of Linares and the sharper punching continues to make a big difference. What a combination that is. Left hook by Larios, body by Linares. That backs Larios off. Linares notices and comes back to the body 4 more times.
Larios the commission better have a good jab to keep Hopkins away from his 300 grand, Jim.
Frankly, ticket sales have not been spectacular. Phoenix here in Las Vegas, who wondered if Hopkins did that to try to generate some more media coverage and more attention for the fight. I think Larios is getting weary, Emmanuel.
Yeah, that is because Linares is putting his combinations together, body and head. He's breaking them down with both. And
Linares' hand speed has in no way diminished. He's able, when he wants to put his punches together in bunches.
Mentioned Emmanuel in the last round. The left hook to the body really started to hurt Larios and Jim.
I've been very sure, so this is really a great development fight for him.
Look at the body punching continue from Linares. Lands. Linares tries to put together 4 or 5 in a hurry. Try to put pressure on. Trying to say to Linares, look, I'm a man in here. You're still a boy. The way you've done so far.
Well, at the fight, I mean, that was the main thing. He said he was dependent on his experience going down the stretch with a lot.
The boy can box and the boy can fight.
A number of viewers out there getting ready to watch Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright, who will look back in the next couple of years and say that was the night that I first saw Michael Katsidas.
Future big stars.
Excitement in their fight. Michael Katsidas. Katsidas is just a bizarre force.
Inside and Larios. Worthy fighters.
Absolutely.
Admirable fighters. Linares and Katsidas, special fighters.
Let go on the inside. Time!
Harold, how do you have it going to the last round?
Exhibition of boxing. The last 2 rounds, he's been to each round. 8 rounds.
9 wins in 65 previous fights. This is against a guy, and the margin by which he might lose this fight on the scorecard. This is an eye-catching performance by Linares.
Great right hand.
And he has hurt Oscar Larios with a series of combinations to the head in this round. After focusing to the body in the 2 preceding rounds, Linares quickly brought it back upstairs here and is making his point again.
Jim
continues to press forward. Praise on the young fighter. Subtle defensive skill in the sense that you'll make contact with him.
Jim, part of the reason I think he can... Oh, what a right
hurt
hand.
him again with the
That's
right
the end
hand.
of this fight.
Larios is in
That's the end of this
trouble.
fight.
Corner, because he knows he's got his man. Larios still wobbling badly.
So stop
And
it.
Victor.
It is beautiful awareness of everything and sense of distance.
He joins Israel Vasquez and the young Agapito Sanchez in becoming the 3rd fighter to score a knockout victory over Oscar Larios.
Yeah, and he did it the hard way.
Oscar Larios, but all in